Hi everybody. Today I'm going to talk about how to conduct data analysis and reporting using qualtrics. First of all, let me log into qualtrics from our portal. And then if you click on the portal here, and then just click on the Q qualtrics, and you can log in to qualtrics. Oh, authentication. And then I'm going to use one of the projects I did last year. Okay, let's see. Let me pick this one. Country Image Studies, first stage, 2019. And this is the survey study that I did last year. And as you can see, this is like a consent form and also, lots of IRB stuff. And then if the students agree to continue, and then we'll have some of questions. For example, here, this is the purpose, and talk about the purpose studies to understand attitude perception toward China. Your response will be kept strictly confidential. Anonymous will take approximately 20 minutes to complete survey. Again, many thanks. Okay, so this is the beginning. And then we have the question, I have like a bunch of questions. Most of them we call the statements. And there's a strongly agree, somewhat agree, neither agree, nor disagree, somewhat disagree, strongly disagree. This is called light statements kind of stuff. So, okay. Anyway, you're guys gonna learn how to design design the survey when you watch that video, two videos that I talked about in our lecture. So let's look at the data analysis. Go straight to data analysis. You click on the data analysis section, and then it's a tab actually. As you can see, we have the data, text, cross tab, and weighting. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about the cross tabulation here. Before we do that, let me just remind you, for those of you who are more advanced or in the future for your grad school, and then you see, well, typically we after we collect our responses, we go to export function, and then export data. Now, typically, we would export into something called SPSS for further complicated analysis. Or some people prefer use Excel, but I personally use SPSS for all of my projects. Okay, so let's just don't do this for today. So let's look at the cross tabulations. So if you look at the cross tabulations, as you can see, I've done some cross tabs previously, and then so gender by the statement called China is very wealthy. People's attitude toward this particular statement, and you can see we have see like the male and the female, and then you strongly agree, strongly disagree. Those you can see the raw responses and as well as percentages. Now, how do we do that? It's actually pretty straightforward. It's a drag drop stuff. So okay, let me just click off and then do a brief demo to see how we can drag stuff. Okay, as you can see, say question here, we could, what is the gender? So to move this question, drag to the column, and then we can drag another variable, let's say China produce very high quality goods and services, and then just, okay, go there. And then you got a calculation, okay, right? So very, I mean, you can see the percentages, they're kind of somewhat different, okay? But so this is pretty much what we do called cross tabulation. So the cross tabulation is a very important tool to do descriptive analysis. And most corporations, when they do research, they most likely look at the cross tabulation to profile consumers. And then they don't look at consumers like one-dimensional, like a gender only. They cross-tabulating gender with their, like, say, a purchase behavior. And then also the cross-tabulate ethnicity and other by other variables. So this is what provide a richer profile. We call the slice and dice data, so that we can really get a deep understanding of who our customers are. So this is very, very important. And many data analytics. What they do is pretty much do tons of cross tabulations and present in a very nice format. So let's move on to reports. So when we do reports, obviously, you can see that we can do some visual as well as some numbers. Let's look at the sum up here. Click on the question number 1, and then click on that. And then you can see the question number 1 actually would have 10 variables, 10 different statements. So you can see we can do this. China economy is highly innovative, fit for the future. All right, let's look at the this particular question. Okay, and then you can see we generated this little colorful bar graph, and then you can actually look at the numbers as well. Look at this. Look at the export image file. Okay, export. Click on that thing. Okay, here, and then export. Say we do image file. You export image file. I think it's exporting, and it's at the widget. And then click open right at the bottom left, and it's got a graph, right? You can copy and paste into your presentation. Okay, so right into a report. So this is what you can do, and let's do one more. China is very wealthy. As a matter of fact, let's do China has a very stable economic system. Okay. China has 1B. China has stable economic systems. And then you can see you can just do the look at the, you can also export this image file. And then obviously most people say it's kind of the middle ones. It's actually pretty interesting to look at. It's like a pretty much a bell curve. Half of most people don't agree. So you can see. So as you can see, you can generate some of the bar graphs. You can do differently. You can do bar graph. You can do, as you can see here, you can use actually the stats table here. Stats table. You can look at the breakdown by bar. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, you can do very creatively. They have all different ways of, to make the fun. Pie chart. You can also do pie chart, right, for example, right? So you have all kinds of stuff that you can do. Bar graph. Simple table. You can also do simple table. Right? The percentage choices. So there are lots of way. I mean, stats table. They have the minimal, median, mean, minimum, maximum, mean, standard deviation, variance, and account. Okay, so you can do different things. So visualization, which is kind of fun. I mean, to think about it. This is you can kind of add colors to your graphs. So anyway, have fun with it after you gather your data. Remember that each group needs to have a minimal responses of 200, unless you send an email saying that you have smaller number of team members. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. Email me, and then I will probably provide help as well. So. And that's all for the data analysis and reporting use quadrant. Obviously, this is a very simple beginning level of simple data analysis and reporting, and which is actually the primary goal of this class, just get you a beginning level of doing this SOE project using quadrats. Thank you.